morning, students of class 4. Hope you all are fine. Since we have already completed chapter 3, today we are going to deal with chapter 4. And for that you have to refer to page number 31. As the topic for the day, we have got adaptation in animals. As we know that in our world there are varieties of plants and animals that sustain in different conditions and in different places. For that, now what exactly the term for their survival or the place where they live is known to be as habitat. So what do you mean by habitat? Here, look on the board. The place where a particular type of animal or plants normally lives is known as its habitat. Habitat, the term or the word habitat means the place where a particular type of animals or plant normally lives. Since every animal since we are talking about animals, we are talking about the animal kingdom, okay? So, particular animal lives in a particular habitat, okay? So, and different animal chooses to live in a different habitat, okay, in order to survive. They have to change, they have to adapt, or they have to have some features. With the help of that, only they can survive or they can sustain so that you can sustain. So for what the term that is used here is known as adaptation. So what is adaptation? Here, adaptation, the process of change in features such as structure, functions, or behavior of living being. Okay, anything that is living, in order to improve the chances of its survival in a specific environment is known as habitation. It is a process which one has to adapt. You have to adapt. You have to bring so many changes in order to survive in such environment. Okay, if you bring the change or if you adapt such changes, then only you can survive in such environment. That is known as adaptation. So we already know that there is a habitat. Okay, the animal or a plant. Since we are talking only about animal, so it's a habitat. Animal chooses so many habitats. Okay, so many places to live, to sustain. And in order to sustain there, you have to adapt. These are the things you have to adapt. You have to bring some changes in the features in order to improve the chances of its survival. Then only you can survive. If you bring the changes, if you accept the changes, or you bring the changes in the features. Okay? So why it is important to bring the adaptation in order to survive? It is mainly because in order to get the food, it is very important to get the shelter and to give birth to the young ones. If the animals that can survive, that can bring changes, can adapt in a particular area, then only they can get the food, shelter, and they can give birth to the younger ones. And we already know that it is not possible in all the cases, as natural environment changes time to time. And that changes also what the animals or what the living beings has to do is they have to adapt to change themselves in the change that is brought in the environment or in a particular surrounding so that they can survive. If they can bring the changes in the features, okay, in their behavior, in their conditions, which we have already talked here, if they bring changes in the structures, functions or the behavior, that is the features that they have in the new change or the new changes that is brought in environment, then only they can survive. If they are not able to change themselves in so many changes in the nature, then they won't be able to survive. They can battle for that. So in this case, so many animals have a chances to get extinct. They will no more survive in this world. So this is one of the important thing that why adaptation is important in animals. It's mainly for how and why, as well as if they don't bring any adaptation, they won't be able to survive. This is very important. And yes, these are the things that we have discussed about what is habitat, and we have talked about adaptation, and we have already said why it is necessary to bring changes or to bring that adaptation in animal, why it is necessary. Got it? And with that, different animals live in different habitats. There are mainly 4 types. They are categorized as follows. You can see on the board, adaptation to the different habitats, different places where they live. First one is terrestrial. That means first one is terrestrial animals. That is the animals that live on the land. And you have got a various. Okay, you have seen the varieties of animals that lives on land, and the animals that live on the land are known as terrestrial animals. The second one is aquatic animals. These are the animals that live in the water, only in the water. And the third one is amphibians. These are the animals that live both on land as well as in the water. So the fourth one is aerial. These are the animals that can fly. I don't say they live in the air, but they can fly. So it is adaptation to different habitats. So these are the mainly 4 types of animals that chooses their different habitats. Terrestrial animals, they live on the land. Aquatic, they live in the water. Amphibian animals, they live both on land and in water, as well as in the fourth one, the aerial, they can fly. So these are the things that we have learned for the day, and the habitat as well as the different type of the adaptation of different habitats, along with the different type of features they have developed, to live in these different varieties in this different habitat. We are going to learn in the next class. So keep on following the videos as well as do your assignments. Till then, take care, stay at home, be safe. Thank you.